This is tough. Hello, my name is Jazz Takar, and this is Crypto in a Minute. So what does a tokenized future look like? So first let's define what tokenization actually is. Tokenization is the representation of real-world value on a blockchain with tokens. And so, if we think about financial instruments, I see a future where equities and bonds and other instruments are represented as tokens on a blockchain. I also see more illiquid assets, such as real estate, being represented on blockchains through tokens also. So what does the future hold? What does all this mean for us individuals? It allows us all to own fractions of assets we otherwise could not afford. I can't afford to fund a film, but maybe I can own a token that partially funds a movie. I could buy a token that represents a rainforest because I want to preserve it for ecological reasons. So look, I see a future where we all own value that we otherwise couldn't own. We own fractions of assets we otherwise couldn't own. And yeah, that's what I see. We good? Is that it? Can I go?
The central banks of Israel, Norway and Sweden have joined forces with the BIS Innovation Hub Nordic Centre in Project Icebreaker, which aims to explore how retail CBDC systems can be linked together to enable efficient international payments. Project Icebreaker is exploring a specific model linking national retail CBDC systems together. The Icebreaker Hub routes payments and allows national CBDC systems to talk to each other, despite being based on different technologies. In this project, different distributed ledger technologies used by each country for their proof-of-concept CBDC systems were connected to the Icebreaker Hub. Let's see how this works. Say Alice in Stockholm wants to send money to Noah in Tel Aviv to pay for a camera she bought online. When she enters Noah's payment address and the amount into her mobile app, the Icebreaker Hub helps her find the best available exchange rate. This is calculated from the rates foreign exchange providers submit to the Icebreaker Hub. Alice's payment is then broken down into two payments, one in Swedish e-krona to a foreign exchange provider in Sweden, and another in Israeli digital shekels from the foreign exchange provider in Israel to Noah. These two payments are coordinated using a form of digital escrow known as a hash time-locked contract, HTLC. The payment from Alice to the foreign exchange provider will only be released if the foreign exchange provider has paid Noah. If no foreign exchange provider can exchange Swedish e-krona for Israeli digital shekels, the Icebreaker Hub will find a bridge currency, for example, Norwegian krona, that can be exchanged for both Swedish e-krona and Israeli digital shekels, and will use that to bridge the gap. Swedish e-krona are exchanged for Norwegian krona, which is in turn exchanged for Israeli digital shekels. The hub will always choose the payment path that is cheapest for the payer.
Okay, let's go.
Memorandum of Understanding to establish our digital asset custodian, called Zodia, here in the DIFC. Now, 5 years ago, we weren't talking about a digital asset custodian in Standard Chartered Bank.
How big can that be, Bill? This is becoming a hub for crypto. It's very, very clear it's an ambition. So from an MOU to dollars, tell me what it can be.
So we have Zodia is our digital asset custodian, and I do make the distinction between digital assets and crypto.
Okay.
Today, crypto is the bulk of what is digital assets today. When we look forward 5 or 10 years from now, I think we'll find vast swathes of the financial architecture that has been tokenized. That could include central bank digital currencies, which of course exist to some extent so far, but they're quite small at this point. Stable coins, tokenized real assets, whether it's, Jenny talks about effectively the digitization or tokenization of money market funds, right? These are trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that could find themselves in tokenized form. And there's an underlying infrastructure that's different for distributed ledger technology relative to the current state of play. And to the extent that Dubai or anyone else can get ahead of the game and make sure that infrastructure is embedded in the local infrastructure, but also regulated from here, gives you a huge head start in terms of building that industry over time.
Well, that digitization that Jenny talked about, in many ways, handed the power to decide what.
Disclaimer, this channel, Web3 Turtle, is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and the content provided should not be considered as financial advice. I am not registered or licensed in any financial institution. All investment decisions should be made after conducting thorough research. Investing in cryptocurrencies carries risks. Only invest what you can afford to lose. Seek professional advice or do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. The views expressed are personal opinions. I cannot be held responsible for any losses incurred. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Web3 Turtle community for more content.